Hello, I'm Abby, and I am here today with a master storyteller who taught me everything I know about reading out loud. And she's a beloved kindergarten teacher for 33 years, and she's my mommy. So, I'm really curious about your expertise about how you were able to hold children's attention with your voices and your whole being, really, during story time. And if you can give us some tips about how to read out loud, why it's important.
Well, it's very important, and story time, in kindergarten children love it, and you usually had story time after recess or after an activity. You don't expect 5-year-olds to sit for and then come and sit for story time, and so you never make them sit more than 20 minutes at a time. You should.
Yeah,
and a lot of people say, "Oh, my little boys, they won't sit, they won't do this, they get up on their heels," and that's okay. Put them in the back, because that somehow that calms them down to be able to sit on their heels.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a good storyteller, they don't wiggle around. They listen to the story and they love it.
Yeah.
So, and yes, voices. You don't want to read a story and not have any voices. And people say, "Oh, I can't do voices," and I'm like, "Yes, you can." Everybody has a mouse voice. You just have to talk like this.
Has a mouse voice.
Talk real fast, and be so fun. And then, of course, everybody has a kind of a scary voice. You lower your voice.
Yeah.
Not too much for kindergartners.
No, sometimes they
especially not at the beginning of the year until they know you. But at the end of the year, boy, we were having a high old time. They loved to be scared in a safe way.
Well, that's what you're pointing to is building trust. Yes. And rapport with the classroom and with the kids, and then so their bodies and their nervous systems are getting used to the routine. You said is really important to know that story time is coming, whether it's bedtime or after recess,
Mm-hmm.
and then build the rapport. And you can read the book before you read it to the children. To think about what kind of little nuances you can bring to the characters.
Absolutely. I don't think I've ever done just a cold reading.
Yeah.
And there are so many children's books that you just could never run out of good books to read.
And you have your favorites.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have my favorites. And the children have their favorites. And it's a good story when you finish it and they go, again.
Yeah.
But seeing their little faces, I've been retired 16 years now, and I still have my teacher dreams. I had one last night, and they love being read to, and I loved it. That's the part I miss the most about teaching, was all my stories. And I brought them, a lot of my favorites, with me when I retired, and I still have them, and sometimes I read them aloud to myself.
Yeah, I know. The thing we were talking about last night is the power of that connection during a read aloud moment, and the way that the children just love sharing the space with a trusted caregiver. It's very special. It's different than listening to, a book on tape, or they don't have tape anymore.
Right. Showing your age.
A book on the internet. It's just different, because I remember you reading to me as a child, and I just loved feeling your warmth, and how it would calm me down, not only being with my mother and hearing her voice, but sharing the experience of the imaginal world of the story. Was like we were having a moment.
Right, and most stories, other than maybe Old Yeller, end pretty happily,
Oh, Yeller!
So the children know that there might be a little drama, and that's okay, or a little tension, but then it's all going to work out in the end. And the illustrations.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for people who don't have access or want access to children's books, children's literature, because some of those illustrations, you know, they rival a picture in a museum.
Yeah,
they're
they're
beautiful. And
Yeah.
the moral or the story
Yeah.
is just it's worth reading and being reminded of as an adult.
Exactly. Well, and what it teaches for them, their emotional development, is that hard things do happen in life, and we will get through it. You know, that's what stories build in children. You know, it's kind of like a secret resilience exercise in, you know, yeah, the character's going to go through problems, and it's going to be hard, but like you said, usually in kids' books, it gets worked out.
And storytelling has been around since the
Oh.
beginning of time.
Yeah.
So it's not just a flash in the pan, you know. I mean, it's been here. It's going to be here. It's how people have connected for years and years and years. And
Yeah.
used to be before, you know, the written word. That was the only way things could pass down.
Yeah.
And so it continues on, and it's just a wonderful
Art form.
It is.
It's an
It
art
is.
form.
It
It's an
is.
intelligence, and it's, I would even say it's, you know, it's a healing modality too.
Right, and for people, maybe some people don't have access to books. I mean, there's libraries everywhere, but maybe you don't have a card, maybe you can't get to it. But everybody can tell a story. Everybody, well,
It's a skill. It's a
everybody,
skill.
but, right, and most people know the story of the three bears or the three Billy Goats Gruff. And when I was going, you know, to university, we had a class, storytelling and dramatization, and we had to tell stories without the book.
Oh,
And that's
cool.
It is cool.
That
and
built your
that they
muscle
really had to
story-
use their imagination.
Yeah.
The children did to imagine, you know, the troll. What
because
he
there was
looked
no
like.
no picture.
No,
You're saying,
no
oh,
book,
so you had
no
to build
book.
it with your body and your voice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and that's one of my favorite ways to tell stories too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about around the campfire.
Yeah.
You know, people telling their stories. You know what they did today, what they did last night, what
Yeah.
they did as a teenager.
Retelling the epic battle, or even the story of the birth of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So storytelling. It's been around. It's here to stay, and
It's here to stay.
Great, but children love it. I think, and at home they love a bedtime story because of the routine, and children love to have their parents. They love to have the attention of their parents, and so you know if you're going to have a bedtime story, you have that. And for people that say they're so busy, time it. It can't be more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You have 10 minutes to devote
Yeah.
to your child.
Because they feel
And,
seen, and that's so
yes,
important for children.
yes, it is.
That
To send them
reciprocal.
off to bed, feeling safe and loved.
Yes.
And
Oh,
it's very important.
it's co-regulation.
Yeah.
It's how the safe caregiver helps calm down and bring a sense of safety and security to the child's nervous system.
Yeah.
Helps to regulate and co-regulate story. Yeah. Okay, well that was fun. I love you, Mom.
I love you.
Okay, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time in Nana Moo's reading room.